In 1973, the world's richest person was worth around 1 billion. Fast forward to today, and the richest people on the planet are worth over 200 billion. What caused this rapid rise in wealth? And who are the individuals who have dominated the past 5 decades in wealth accumulation? Let's rewind to the early 1970s, a time when oil ruled the global economy. The world's richest were primarily oil barons and industrialists. J. Paul Getty, for example, was the richest man of his time, accumulating his wealth through oil ventures that spanned the globe. His foresight in securing oil reserves at bargain prices and his shrewd business strategies turned him into the world's first recorded billionaire in the 20th century. But the 1970s were also marked by major geopolitical events, such as the oil crisis of 1973, which drove the value of oil to staggering heights. This surge in oil prices disproportionately benefited oil-producing countries and their ruling elites. In the Middle East, the House of Saud and other royal families gained staggering fortunes as the price of crude oil skyrocketed. Saudi Arabia's wealth surged, establishing the foundation for fortunes that continue to grow today. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, another fortune was being made not in oil but in financial markets. Enter Warren Buffett, a name synonymous with long-term investing. Buffett began buying undervalued companies in the 1960s and 70s through his investment company, Berkshire Hathaway. Buffett's investment strategy was simple but revolutionary. Buy companies that had intrinsic value and hold them for decades. His investments in companies like Coca-Cola made him a billionaire by the 1980s and earned him the nickname, the Oracle of Omaha. Buffett was not building wealth through oil or physical commodities, but through financial savvy and long-term strategy. As we transitioned into the 1980s and 1990s, a seismic shift in wealth creation began. The rapid rise of technology reshaped the global economy, creating opportunities for a new generation of billionaires. The tech revolution brought figures like Bill Gates into the spotlight. Gates, along with co-founder Paul Allen, created Microsoft, which became the dominant player in personal computing software. Gates's foresight in licensing Microsoft's operating system, rather than selling it outright, laid the foundation for one of the most valuable companies in history. By the mid-1990s, Gates was the richest person in the world, a title he would hold for many years. But Gates wasn't alone in this new wave of tech billionaires. The internet boom of the late 1990s and early 2000s gave rise to companies like Amazon, Google, and Facebook, each of which revolutionized their respective industries and created a new breed of ultra-rich entrepreneurs. Jeff Bezos, who founded Amazon in 1994 as an online bookstore, soon expanded his vision to include every conceivable product. His relentless focus on customer satisfaction and market expansion turned Amazon into a global powerhouse, with Bezos amassing an enormous fortune in the process. His wealth had soared past $200 billion, making him one of the richest people in history. The wealth accumulated by tech giants was unlike anything seen before. Their fortunes weren't based on physical assets like oil or real estate, but rather on intellectual property, data, and technology. Larry Page and Sergey Brin, co-founders of Google, capitalized on the rise of internet search and advertising, building a company that controls a significant portion of the online world. Similarly, Mark Zuckerberg built Facebook into the world's largest social network, reshaping how billions of people connect and communicate. These tech giants did not merely create wealth, they redefined entire industries. Retail, advertising, media, and communications were all transformed by the innovations spearheaded by Bezos, Gates, Page, and Zuckerberg. Their companies became essential to the daily lives of people around the globe, and in turn, their wealth grew exponentially. As we moved into the 21st century, the financial landscape continued to evolve. The Great Recession of 2008, a period of global financial instability, shifted wealth in unexpected ways. While many lost their homes, jobs, and savings, others capitalized on the market turmoil. Hedge fund managers, private equity firms, and financial strategists used the volatility to increase their fortunes. For instance, names like Ken Griffin of Citadel and George Soros, a titan of global finance, made billions by betting on market movements. Around the same time, a new and unexpected form of wealth generation began to emerge: cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, launched in 2009, introduced the world to decentralized digital currency. Early adopters like the Winklevoss twins saw immense returns on their investments in cryptocurrency. By the 2010s, Bitcoin millionaires and even billionaires began to emerge, adding a new dimension to the rich list. Now let's focus on the biggest players in the ultimate rich list. At the very top is Jeff Bezos, whose wealth exceeded $200 billion at its peak. Bezos' journey from starting Amazon in his garage to transforming it into one of the world's largest companies is nothing short of remarkable. Right alongside Bezos is Elon Musk, the enigmatic entrepreneur behind Tesla, SpaceX, and several other ventures. Musk's vision for electric vehicles, sustainable energy, and space exploration has made him a household name. His wealth, much of it tied to Tesla's stock, has fluctuated wildly, but peaked at over $250 billion. Musk's ambitions go beyond just making money. He's driven by a desire to solve humanity's biggest challenges, from colonizing Mars to reducing reliance on fossil fuels. Next, we have Bill Gates, who held the title of the world's richest man for over a decade. While Gates's wealth has slightly diminished due to his philanthropic efforts, his legacy as the co-founder of Microsoft remains unparalleled. Gates was one of the first billionaires to transition from wealth accumulation to large-scale philanthropy, giving away tens of billions of dollars to global health and education initiatives through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Next is Bernard Arnault, the French tycoon behind luxury goods giant LVMH. Arnault's rise to immense wealth wasn't through technology or finance, but through the consolidation of luxury brands. His empire includes high-end names like Louis Vuitton, Moet & Chandon, and Hennessy. As of 2023, Arnault's wealth had reached over $200 billion, solidifying his place as one of the richest people in the world. But what does this concentration of wealth mean for society? On the one hand, many of these billionaires have driven innovation, created millions of jobs, and introduced products and services that have improved the quality of life for billions of people. The innovations brought forth by companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and Tesla have reshaped how we work, communicate, and travel. However, this wealth also highlights a growing concern: the widening gap between the rich and everyone else. The wealth inequality that has accompanied the rise of these billionaires is staggering. In 2023, the top 1% of the world's population owned nearly half of the planet's total wealth. Meanwhile, many people around the world continue to struggle with poverty, lack of access to basic services, and stagnant wages. This disparity raises important questions about the sustainability of such concentrated wealth. While some billionaires, like Gates and Buffett, have committed to giving away most of their wealth through initiatives like the Giving Pledge, others are criticized for using their wealth to influence politics, media, and public policy. Moreover, the rise of wealth in tech and finance has left traditional industries, like manufacturing and agriculture, trailing behind. Entire regions have been left behind in this new economy, leading to political and social unrest. The next 50 years will be just as transformative as the last, and the people who dominate that period will define the direction of not only global economics, but the future of humanity itself. Don't miss our next video, where we explore where billionaires choose to live and the incredible luxury that comes with their fortunes. Thanks for watching.